products. So if you know someone who needs the products, then it's also okay to introduce the products to the person. So, like I said, the brand, we have so many different brands in our homes, so many different products in our homes, but the brand we are sticking to, the brand we are talking to you about, the brand we all have in common is the Longreach brand of products. And like I said, we've also had 3 episodes in the past. Our first episode was fantastic. We talked about all the daily consumables. It was amazing going through every single one of the daily consumables and having different people share their experiences, even from the audience. We also talked about, the second day, we talked about in details the sanitary napkins. Amazing, amazing experience as well. And on our third episode, we had our men tell us what they use, and it was also fantastic. So today we continue the series. We're supposed to have 5 episodes, but because we have so many products, we're going to do 6 episodes. So today we're going to be talking to you about the products we use in our house, like the household products, not just our daily consumables now, but what are those household products that Longreach has that we are using, and why are we so in love with those household products? There are 2 major household products in Longreach that we currently have in the Nigerian market. Outside the Nigerian market, we have a lot of others, right? But there are 2 major ones we have in the Nigerian market, and those include the energy pot and the pie cup, what you will call the Alkaline Cup. So today we will be introducing you to the Alkaline Cup and to the energy pot. What is so special about those 2 products? Why are we using those products? Just stick around and you will enjoy, maybe just enjoy what we enjoy about those products. And you may just have someone who has been looking for a product like that. And all you just need to say is, I've heard one product that is actually what you were looking for. How about you reach out to so and so person to get the product and sample for yourself? Or you may just like it enough to use it. Give it as a wedding gift, give it as an anniversary gift. There's so many things you could do with this amazing products. So without further ado, I want to invite my co-host to talk to us in detail about the Longreach Pie Cup. Mrs. Murphy, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Dr. ID. I hope my network is fair.
Yes, it's fair. Go ahead.
Fantastic. So good morning, everyone. We know it's always morning in Longreach, and so I would like to welcome everyone. If you're a member, welcome. If you're not a member, welcome as well. We hope you enjoy this amazing session today. So I'm going to start by saying something. Whenever we talk about Longreach product, it's almost as if we are always bragging. And we try to say it in the humblest way, but in all honesty, it always comes out as a brag. And sometimes the very intelligent people feel that these people are just looking for just using the marketing strategy to try to lure them to the business. So I always get excited when we have to talk about the cup or the sanitary towel, because these are things that we can show you. So, like the supplements, the body cream will tell you have to use them to experience them for yourself. But with these ones, with the cup and the sanitary towel, you get to see for yourself. I remember a long time ago when, you hear of maybe a watch, when people tell you that, a watch can talk, or, your watch can take your calls and all that, you'll be like, how is that possible? It always looked like a fictional movie. It always felt like the person was speaking bobo. In Yoruba, they'll say your bobo gisting, But when I look at, let's say, my smartwatch now, my smartwatch can do a lot of things. It can read my messages, it can take my calls, I can go swimming with my watch and it will eject water, it can check my stress levels, check my blood levels, everything. So it goes to show that technology is evolving, things are evolving. So it's always good to allow yourself to be teachable. Just have an open mind, because you never can tell the surprises that await you when you have an open mind. So with that, I'm going to talk about the pie cup. The pie cup, so let me just show you what it looks like. First of all, it has an amazing package. That's what I can say. I love giving these gifts to people that I care about because I feel it's a must-have for everyone. It's called the mobile hospital, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to unbox this. You know how they say you're unboxing a Christmas gift. So I'm going to unbox it for you to see what it looks like. So this is the lovely box. It comes with a manual in most cases. It comes with a manual that has everything you need to know about the cup and how to activate it. It's a beautiful cup, and it also comes with a cleaning napkin. So I just wanted to do small shakara by showing you this one. So I'm going to do a short demo to show you how the cup works. But so this is actually tap water from my kitchen. So I'm just going to pour them into two. Okay, so I need to take off this, sorry. It doesn't distract. Okay, can you hear me well? Can you hear me? Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a short demo to show you how our cup works. So this is tap water. I'm also going to use another sample of water. Okay, sorry, please give me a second. Let me take out one more cup. Okay. So I need like, okay, so on this side, we have water from this sachet water. And then on this side, we have just tap water. So we're going to be testing the pie cup with the water that is more acidic. So I'm going to get to that. Okay. So let me just, okay. So usually we use what we call a water tester to check if our water, to check the acidity or alkalinity or how neutral our water is. This is a water tester. So I'm just going to pour them in just 2 cups so that we'll see which of the water we're going to test with our alkaline cup. So I just put 5 drops of my, okay. I don't know if the change, if you can see a change. Okay, so the water is changing color and it's a little bit yellowish. I'm going to explain that. So this is my tap water. Let's pour. Okay, so this is my, this is the pure water. So it shows that, let me add a little more. So I don't know. I think we should use the tap water, right? To test the alkaline cup. Because this one looks a little bit more on the neutral side. So let me show you. The tap water still looks white. So using this chart, this is our chart. I don't know if you can see it well. This is a pH indicator. When water is kind of purple and bluish, it's known to be alkaline. When water is slightly green or green, it is known to be neutral. And when water is yellow or orange, it's known to be acidic. So from these cups, we can see that the tap water is more on the acidic side than the alkaline side. The pure water is more on the green side. So we're going to use this one to test for our acidity or alkalinity. So I'm going to pour it into the pie cup and I'm going to shake. Okay, so we always have to shake because the cup contains some minerals that converts acidic water or neutral water to an alkaline state. So I'm going to shake it a little bit more because this water is really acidic. So we need it to, change to the alkaline form. Okay, now while I shake, I want to explain what the alkaline cup does. This alkaline cup eliminates toxins from the body. There's something we call free radicals in the body, and everybody is susceptible to it. As long as you go out, as long as you breathe air outside, you stay near a car that emits carbon monoxide, you pass through a dustbin, you pass through wherever, as long as you're walking on the streets of anywhere, you have free radicals in your body, and these things are very, very dangerous to us. So what this cup does is it eliminates the free radicals. It may not eliminate it completely, but
it just helps cleanse your body. Another thing it does is that it helps circulate oxygen in your brain. Sometimes you know how you just feel really fatigued and tired, like the brain cannot just function. The pie cup actually helps reset your brain. Let me use that word. Another thing I love about this cup, my own personal testimony, is that you know those nights when you and your hubby may just want to nibble on some suya and some alcohol and all that, and then all of a sudden the man's head is strong and the woman's head is light, just start feeling tipsy and dizzy. What this cup does for me is that it really makes me feel good. It actually reduces the effect of the alcohol in my body. Like I do not even feel it. So if you have a husband or you know you take alcohol as well and you have a light head, you cannot stand it. This is a must have. In fact, this should be the Christmas gift you would give to your husband or anybody in your life that takes a lot of alcohol, because it's also going to reduce the effect of all these kidney diseases and liver and all that. Another thing this cup does is that it promotes health and it also boosts your immunity. It also increases your metabolism, makes you lose weight. A lot of people have used this cup and they talked about the drastic weight loss that they experienced. So this cup is amazing and it is a must have. So I wouldn't want to take too much time because we're going to have other speakers, but so far I hope it is making sense to you and you can hear me. So remember, this water I am shaking is water from the tap, and we can see that the border of the water is yellow, and so we're going to pour it into this cup and test the water to see what happens to this. Another thing I love about this cup is that many people say, well, from testimonies we've had, if you ever feel like you've been poisoned or thereabouts, okay, ever feel like you've been poisoned or you know you have just too much toxins in your body, you just feel very sick, please, okay, I should increase my volume. Maybe I should move. Can you hear me now?
We are hearing you. Maybe the person needs to turn
off.
Someone
said I should increase my volume. Okay.
I'm hearing you very well. The volume is good.
I'm going to pour the water tester into this cup to see what happens to the water while it was in the cup. So can you see this? Can you see this? So this is the same water. Remember, I had a full cup of this and I shared it with this cup. And then all I did was put the water tester here when the water was just in its raw form, and it gave me an acidic form. And this is the same water. I just put it in my alkaline cup and shook for a bit. And now the water is in its alkaline state. We can see using the cup that the water is actually in an alkaline state. If we hold this up together, this is the same water. So can you see this? This is like I said, the pie cup is something that you can easily use in showing someone that, okay, this works. It turns water from an acidic state to an alkaline state. So I hope everyone on this platform will get to try the pie cup for themselves. If you have parents that are alive, elderly people, give them this pie cup. If you want to save money from their frequent hospital visits, please gift them this cup for your own good. And the beautiful thing is that it also has amazing high points attached to it, and you get paid for gifting. So it's a sugar sweet kind of deal. So thank you, Dr. Ivy, for having me tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Murphy. Thanks for that demonstration. Thank you for showing us that the pie cup can convert acidic water to alkaline water. I'd like to just say a bit in addition to what Mrs. Murphy has said about that cup. So I am called Dr. ID because I have a PhD in biotechnology, not because I'm a medical doctor. And in my years with Longbridge, I have done several research on the pie cup. And every time I do a bit of a research on this pie cup, I just get amazed. I get amazed every single time. Now, why on earth would I want to drink acidic water? Is the question I always ask myself. Now, this is the problem. We all drink water every day. I can still go take you back to when I was a child. The only water we drank was tap water. Now, this tap water was very well purified. using the waterboard system. Then of course, things started going down south in the country. And so we started looking for alternative sources. Bottled water then was amazing. Bottled water then was one of the best things you could ask for. But of course, they started becoming adulterated. Water purification went from a high-tech process to a backdoor process. And so now on the streets every day, you see everybody selling water. Water wasn't a commodity you buy to drink. Water was a commodity you just open your tap, fetch, and drink. But everywhere in the country, I can barely say there's anyone that can open their tap, fetch the water, and drink. Do you know why? We don't trust the source anymore. When I was much younger, I'm talking about 30 years ago, we trusted the source of water and it was clean and it was good. But now a lot has happened, a lot has changed. I mean, you see purification plants, and the only thing they add to your water is chlorine and alum. That's the only treatment. The filtration system they are using never gets cleaned. 6 months, 1 year is still the same filtration system. And the filtration system is not multiple steps. It's just a single step of pure filtration. Now, guess what this does? This literally gives us toxic water to drink. Now, because of the effect of the chlorine and alum, what kind of water do you get? You get hard water and you get acidic water. Using the Long-Reach Pie Cup not only neutralizes the acidity in the water, but it also neutralizes the hard effect of the water. So when you drink water from the bottle or from the sachet, like the one that has just been tested, you will feel the hard water on your throat. But drink the water from the pie cup, you will feel the softness. That's the very first sign that you're going to get that. Not only are you drinking alkaline water, but you're drinking very soft and well cared for water. Now, what is the purification mechanism in this cup? The purification mechanism is, first of all, natural filter. The natural purification means that the water is put in the same space as tourmaline stones and other energy stones that will naturally get rid of every dirt in the water. And then we have the PET filter that gets rid of heavy metal. And so by the time the water has gone through the filter, you're getting alkaline water, you're getting reinfused minerals in the water, because these infused minerals come from the natural stones in the water, in the cup, and you're drinking healthy water. So little wonder people drink water from the cup. You can drink a full bottle of water, bottled water. You don't get full, but just drink just half a cup of this water. You feel your thirst quenched, because there's this electromagnetic mechanism in the cup that reduces big molecules of water to tiny molecules, which enables the water to pass through the tiniest capillaries to quench your thirst, to solve the problems. Now, also because of the redox potential in the pie cup, it enables the water carry oxygen to every part of the body. And that is why you hear, oh, I feel like I'm distressing after taking water from the pie cup. I feel like I suddenly have a lot of energy after taking water from the pie cup. That's why people call it energy cup, because it helps in delivery of oxygen to every part of the body. And now the anions help in detoxification. We also get those anions in the cup. It helps in detoxification and cleansing the system. And guess what's more important? Because the water is alkaline, you're in a healthy state, because your body functions better in an alkaline environment, by the way. And now because the water is alkaline, you can actually cleanse your blood channels every single day you drink the water. It gets rid of fats, molecules, gets rid of so many things in our system. I am telling you that this product is one product that this company has invested years of research into, and they got it right. And this is one thing I like about this cup, the durability. So this cup can last you several years. The only thing you need to change is the filter, and usually after 2 to 3 years. It continuously filters your water. And if you want to get the best effects from this pie cup, to tell you how close to nature the cup is, if you want to get the best effects from this pie cup, just put it out in the sun. Getting in contact with the sun awakens the natural stones in the cup. And you see this cup acting as if it was brand new. You know what that tells you? It tells you that we have nature in this cup and we carry nature about. And there is nothing as beautiful as nature. I'm going to tell you a few of my feedback. I'm just telling you the medical side, best aspects of the cup. When we come back, I will tell you about my personal experiences, my family's experiences with this cup. Now, I am going to hand you over to my second host, Ansa, and she's going to talk about one of her favorite products, I believe, the Long Reach Energy Pot. Ansa, over to you, please. So you can unmute yourself. Oh, hold on. I think something, okay, maybe the system knocked you out. Please a minute, let me unmute you. All right, go ahead now, please, Anta.
So I'm ready for them today. I have lined up like 3 internet services here. My mobile, which has thrown me out, I'm on another one now. So good morning, everybody. It's always awesome to be with partners and friends and well-wishers. We're just coming in from a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, and I think my daughter ate too much food. I'm also filled. I've not eaten this much in a while. And she comes to me just now and say, Mama, I feel like throwing up. And what did I just do? I shook water right now, like this, from my cup, and I gave it to her and I said, take. She was already reaching out for the cup, so it's nothing new. That cup is magical. It helps with joint aches. If you feel really tired in the face, like you feel really drained in the face, just shake some water from that cup and wash your face. You'll be amazed at the freshness and at the renewal you feel almost instantly. All right, so my very first encounter with the energy pots was about 2 years ago. So I had heard about this pot that does wonders and everything. So I got the pots, and without telling my husband, I made vegetable sauce with it. Now, you know the regular green with smoked Titus and some fresh onions and peppers and diced tomato. So I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to test the efficacy of those pots. And that's the pots that I heard so much about. So I divided the portions of what I wanted to cook into two. And I made a pot of vegetables for him to eat with his yam. Now, after I made it, I kept the ingredients again in the fridge and I presented it to him. He says, oh, this looks so fresh. Looks so good. Oh, very crunchy. Everything was looking this. The pot of vegetables, not a big pot, just a little thing, was just colors were busting. The flavors were lovely. The taste was something else. And so he says, lovely. The day passed. And he says to me, keep some for me. I'd like to eat it tomorrow. Now, I did keep some of it for him, but I kept it in the fridge. And then tomorrow, because the sauce was so nice, he said to me, I want to eat that sauce with some boiled plantain. So I went into the kitchen, I brought out my vegetables again, I concocted the same pot of vegetable sauce with my regular pot at home. First of all, nothing was the same. So I presented it, and he says to me, oh, the vegetable did not stay as fresh as it was. So I said to him, take a stroll with me to the kitchen. Let's go check something out. I went to my cooker, and there was the pot of vegetables I had just cooked. And there was the pot of the one I had cooked previously that we warmed again. And I said, tell me what you think about this. So apparently, the one I had just cooked had already started looking sad and with wilted. You know how it looks, the vegetables are not green. And the one I cooked yesterday, the day before, was fresh, was green, was flavorful. And he said to me, amazing. Do you know that this, you would never know you just finished cooking it? Why am I going to all these stories, you know? Sometimes they tell you, experience this product so that you know exactly what you're talking about. What I discovered and what I found out is that my vegetables, whatever it is I cook, there's a standard joke about, oh, don't worry, nobody will know you cannot cook if you use the energy pot. That is because the flavors just burst through the pot. There's something that happens to your food. It goes through a very natural cooking process at the end of your cooking time. Your colors are beautiful. If you try making fried rice with that pot, you just see carrots, green pepper, green peas, all the different colors, yellow, blue, purple, red, they all stand one on their own. The rice will just be one, no mishmash rice. Okay. So I noticed that the flavor was heightened. Note also that you should not put excessive salt. In fact, there are some things I cook with that pot, I do not use salt. That's because nature has done it so that already your food is flavored. I have a little vegetable patch in my backyard where I have my curries, my mint, I just pluck them. All you need to do to enhance your food is to use the herbs around you. If you go to put a little salt, then come and put Maggi, your food will be too sweet. That is going to heighten the saltiness. It's just going to make everything excessive in your pot of whatever it is you're cooking. Now, I've discovered that that pot is a pressure cooker. You can cook boiled beans, you cook your cow leg, cow tail, you cook all those things that you need to put one stick of, what's that thing, nail. They say put nail inside your pot when you're cooking cow leg and cow tail. You just have to be careful that you do not overcook these things. Your beans, everything will just turn to mush right there. Then it is actually an oven also. That means that you can put your cake batter into the pot. Please excuse me. I told you I went to eat. I'm just coming back from a food place, so pardon me. So you can actually bake with your pot. That means you can finish whatever, but make your batter and pour it into your pot, line the pot with a little bit of butter and sprinkle some flour and pour your batter in there, place it on the very low heat. You'll be shocked that you have a beautiful cake. All right. It is also good to purify water. For people that have newborn, you can boil the water there and then feed your flask with it, take from it. It energizes. It neutralizes all the silliness of food and brings out the clean, fresh taste of whatever it is you're cooking. Then, do you know that just cooking from that pot is the beginning of the journey to weight loss for you? Because it emulsifies. And yes, Mrs. Murphy, I'm not quite sure. Even I don't know if I remember. The alkaline pot also has that. The alkaline cup also has that effect with fats. It also emulsifies and breaks down fats. So you can imagine that over time you're burning fats without even making any effort. It's not as if you'll be eating a basolo fufu, eat gari and all that, through the day and expect, yes, you heard weight loss, it assists in weight loss. You cannot successfully, I say that I cannot successfully cook Calabar food, like we love palm oil. If you put it in that pot, it's going to break down the oil for you. So there are certain oily meals that I know that if I put it in that pot, it's more or less like breaking away the oils. I want to see oil in that food. So after I cook it, I'll put it on it again and turn it quickly and take it off the fire. It does work with weight loss also. If you even boil water from that, okay, you need to try it. Put some oil in the pot and cover it. There's a way it just breaks, it just makes the oil very thin. It like reduces all that thickness and all the heaviness of palm oil in a pot. Now that is also a very good deep fryer. You can use it and deep fry. You can use it and casserole. You can bake with it. You can pressure cook with it. You can use it for, you can use it to store vegetables. I've actually brought tomatoes. There's a time tomato was scarce and I didn't have space in my fridge. In fact, actually my fridge, once you put something in it, the fridge section just freezes everything because of constant supply. And I needed a safe haven for my tomatoes. What did I do? I cleaned out my pot and then I placed the tomatoes in there and I covered it. Somebody gave a testimony the other time that she put water on the fire and went to bed, and in the morning she came back, the pot was there was no water in it, there was no smoke, there was no fire, she was okay. So we could go on and on and on, but the sweetness of this thing is that you actually experience these products yourself. You have to. Have you seen the packaging of that pot? Like you're looking for your high net worth customers to give gifts to, and you're entering all these other supermarkets to get things. Have you seen the beautiful packaging on that pot, the way it presents itself? You just want to cook from it. You want to give it to people. You want to share the love, all right? So, what can I say? You just need to experience it, and we could go on and on and on about this. So I'll need you to share your thoughts, Dr. ID. I think we can call it, allow some other people give in their thoughts and their experiences also with the pot.
Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I see the passion, the excitement in your voice whenever you talk
Hello?
about the sports. Yes, I'm hearing you. I hope you can all hear me. So I see the excitement, I see the passion in your voice when you're talking about the long reach pot. I'm equally excited about that pot, you know. I remember the first time I bought that pot. Okay, guys, so let me be honest. The first time I registered in 2014 November, I picked the pot because I was just very curious. So I picked the pot. But guess what? I kept that pot looking, waiting for the queen to come before I use the pot. How do I buy a pot? Then I think it was about 60 something thousand, right? How do I buy one pot for 60 something thousand? And I want to come and use it. No, we have to wait for the queen to come before we use the pot. And that was just my poverty mentality that was just kicking in, you know. But the first time I got to use that pot, and I noticed significant taste. Okay, so I hate to cook, and I can proudly say I am a very bad cook. Yes, I don't know how to cook. But imagine my joy when I started cooking with the long reach pot and the thing started enhancing the taste of my food. That is how I went and I packed. Now I have 6 of those pots in my house. Yes, I have 6 of them because I got value. I just told myself, look, first of all these things are sachet. I discovered them. That's number one. And then secondly, it's making my food taste better. Honestly, try cooking okra with that pot. Do not, if you make any mistake to add just 1 cube of Maggi, it will be as if you put sugar in that pot. That is my best experience with the pot, okra soup. Just use a little of natural flavors, the way it brings out the natural flavor. And then I love the fact that when I'm boiling my meat, you know, when you call meat, when you say meat stock is not the one that you put meat and then put water. Meat stock is the water that comes out of the meat. And this is what the pot gives me. Boil the water, put your meat on fire. And because the pot is a pressure cooker, that means it's also a slow cooker. So just reduce your heat. Don't worry, it will cook in record time. Also, if I lower the heat, it won't cook fast. It's a lie. We just bring it to boil. You know how they say in Oyibo cook movies, all those cooking shows. Bring to boil and allow to simmer. That is what you can do with the long reach pot. Bring to boil, reduce the heat, and let it simmer. You just extracting the stock, the oil from the meat. You come back, you will see that the pot I only put meat and maybe onions and all those local spices will come and be filled with water. That is how you know that meat has a lot of salt. And then because you're cooking on low heat, you don't need to add water until the meat is cooked. And you now extract your stock and you will enjoy what you call meat stock. That's for meat, for chicken, for anything you're cooking. That's just the meat. And then so many other benefits. Honestly, guys, that pot is worth 10 times the cost. I can tell you. And the fact that I use it for absolutely everything, including to turn swallow, semo, amala, everything, I turn it. And then when I'm done, I just put water in the pot and then it just comes up. Whatever that is burnt under just comes up, right? And you know, sometimes I don't put water. Like if I finish cooking jollof rice, I like to have that burnt taste of jollof rice. So if I finish cooking jollof rice, even when I know the water is dried, I will leave the jollof rice in the pot like that. I'll leave the fire, in fact, I'll increase the heat so that they can burn a little. Do you know what happens? Once you put up the heat, just give it like 10 minutes, that burnt part will just come up. It will come up. And so you don't even need to scrape it. You just take your burnt part. I love to chew the burnt part of jollof rice and you will enjoy it. I mean, this pot is just worth experiencing. And it's the kind of pot you experiment with. And it's classy, like super, that's why it's called classy style. Exceedingly classy. I can go on and on, but just telling you how excited I am about the pot. It's one of the best things, the best household products I've owned. Like, it's like my best. It's an all-rounder, all-rounder. Now I'm going to get Mrs. Murphy to share again her experience with the pot. Share her experience with the pot, and after that, she's going to take the questions in the comments about the cup, And we're going to now call on those on the audience who also have what to say regarding the pot or the cup, and we'll round up for today. I hope you're getting value already. Please stay with
Okay.
us. Mrs. Over to you.
Doc, please, can we move over to the next speaker? I need to get my box because I need to unbox the pot. I cannot just talk about the pot without unboxing. Let me rush down to get the box.
Okay, no problem, no
All right.
problem. So while you're gone, I'm going to share my family's experience with the cup. So I'm going to talk about that pie cup because it's a product that's, these days I get emotional about it. When I got married to my husband, he was always having this very ridiculous ulcer that drives him to the hospital at 2 a.m. Through the day, he won't have any ulcer, serious ulcer pain. But somehow, when it is 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that is when that ulcer pain will be so terrible that we've got to go rush into the hospital. The first product he experienced with the pie cup, with Longreach product experience that gave him significant improvement was the berry oil. So consistently taking the berry oil, he started experiencing reduced pains. But you see the pie cup, that's what gave him his final touch. So my husband has this pie cup in his bedroom right now, and he has this pie cup in his living room, in the dining, and this pie cup in his office. Do you know why? Because he still has the ulcer, the acid reflux. It never goes. It's just something that says, and then he still has some signs of lactose intolerance. But whenever that stomach upset starts, all the first aid for him is taking water from this cup. That's the first aid. Personally, I don't usually have a lot of stomach upset, but whenever I do, I don't take any medication. Is the pie cup. Headache, pie cup. Fatigue, pie cup. I call it first aid in my home. My children, when when they are so hungry, you bring the food, they'll just rush. Guess what? Gas. You see them having that gas issue, that reflux starts. Once they drink water from the pie cup, they belch immediately. And once they belch, the pain goes away. We have had a lot of people say because of fatigue, they do not joke with the pie cup. Like literally that pie cup is on my dining. Once you start feeling any pain of any sort in your stomach or maybe some slight headache, quickly rush. The first thing you do is drink from the pie cup, refill and keep for the next person. It's our first aid and it always works. So we've also had testimonies of people who have stronger immunity. Very used people with very weak immunity. The only product they used was the pie cup, and suddenly they became very, 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 very defensive. Really, their immune system got built up. One of my success line has talked about how she was always having ulcer and malaria. You know when they say AA, always malaria. Consistently using the pie cup, ulcer went and malaria went. So I have someone here, Joanne Imaso, and she's saying pie cup is a miracle worker. I would usually be in the hospital every now and then due to ulcer pain. Since I started using the pie cup, not one single episode. This is a very recurrent story for every single person who has experienced the pie cup. You do not get that ulcer episode, that recurrent. And even when it comes, it's very, very mild. Very mild. You don't need to be rushed to hospital. My sister-in-law woke up one morning, 2 a.m. again, ulcer pains. She was so restive. She quickly told her husband, run and get Auntie's pie cup. The pie cup was on my dining. My husband ran, got the pie cup. She drank from it a couple of times and she slept like a baby. This is someone that was almost screaming like mad, according to her, to my brother, the husband. So these are just simple things that may not be much, but just from that simple thing, just drinking water from this pie cup can change that experience. We had someone who shared shared last week, right? Shared last week how the son was so weak in the hospital. The doctors didn't know what to do. The usual acid reflux. This lady is a pharmacist. Her husband is a pharmacist. The usual acid reflux medications the guy wasn't able to take any of them down. If you give it to him, he throws up. Someone now asked her, have you given water from the pie cup? And she says, no. She goes, gets the water from the pie cup and gives the boy, and within 30 minutes, the boy is up and asking for food. This is someone that didn't eat for six days. This child did not eat for 6 days. This Spike Cup can stabilize so many things for you before you go on taking your regular medication, if at all it's necessary. Like I say, this Spike Cup is a must-have by every single person, every single home. Let's say you don't have any product. You see this Spike Cup? Every single home should have it. You will thank us later. All right, Mrs. Murphy, you're welcome. I hand over to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
So I'm a weight loss coach, and I always preach, oh, eat healthy, eat healthy, eat healthy. So I love my greens, and most times I love to post about the food I cook, And I remember one day I put up a post and somebody was saying, ah, Mrs. Murphy, you overcooked your veggies. And I said, do you know the pot I'm using? We don't overcook veggies. Our pot retains the nutrients of your veggies. So that one is just by the way. I had to use that one to do small shakara. Now, there was this day we had a guest over. So I made this lovely goat meat pepper soup. And this man ate and asked for more. And next thing he said, ah, you're a fantastic cook. I know I love cooking, right? But the way he was so particular about the meat, he was like, this is your goat meat. Did you marinate it overnight? Did you do this? For those of you who don't know what marinade is, like just put spices in the meat and then cover with a cling film and keep it in your fridge, maybe overnight or for 24 hours. Well, did you marinate your meat? And I was like, no. I just rushed to the market to get the meat. And he was like, it's so tender, the way the goat meat cooked, that he could feel the taste of a goat, the way he expressed that. I said it was my Longreach pot. And he was like, Madam, they call me Madam Longreach, you and this your Longreach, as in everything is Longreach. I was like, but in all honesty, it's the Longreach pot. Like, that is the only different thing I can tell you. You always eat my food, because I remember one time I made this lovely spicy food and his wife ate it and went into labor, So they always eat my food, but he had to comment on that, about that particular goat meat. Then also, you see washing of pots. If you know you hate washing pots, please save money and buy the Longreach pot. Why? Because my kids love washing the pot now. Because once anything burns, it doesn't stick. Like, I can go downstairs. This is my fourth pot now, by the way. So I'm unboxing it. I don't know why I'm keeping it for Christmas for some reason. I have three in the kitchen. But for some reason, I just want to be seeing it in the package. I don't know why. So let me unbox it and show you what it looks like. So if you cook food and it gets burned, don't be afraid. Just if I use a plastic spoon or whatever, your pot is going to be clean down there, So this is the unboxing. So this is the cute package, first of all. This is the cute package. So sorry, let me stand up and show you what happened.
Yeah, I'm never able to unbox it myself. Yeah, unless you turn it like that. That's good. Yes. Yes.
I don't know if you can see it very well. I'm trying to unbox.
Yes. We are seeing it. You're seeing it.
So imagine gifting this to someone.
Now you want to make me unbox another pot.
All for a pot, so all for a pot. This is how you hold it. This is the lid. So when you're cooking, all you do, you don't need to drop the cover somewhere. Just keep it like this. It fits perfectly. This is what you do. Just keep it like this. When you're cooking, you just be doing shakara. Then let me show you. Can you see the stainless? Can you see how beautiful it looks? How beautiful it looks. So it also comes with a manual. The manual is actually in English and in Chinese. So the manual has some lovely dishes that you can make and how to make them. So I don't know. Well, I don't even know why when Dr. Ivy was doing all those her promos, join and get pot. For those that missed it, I am so sorry. I hope that any promo for your girls, because I need to make this. I need a gift.
I'm not giving pot again. I'm not giving pot again. I want to
This is
have
our
8. My
beautiful
target is 8. I want to have 8 pots. So please, sorry, I can't give again.
Sorry, I didn't get to hear you. I don't know. I need to use my earpiece.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear
So
what you said, Doc.
no, my target is 8 pots, so I can't give out any more. I'm keeping my pots. Thank you. Yes.
So that's
No,
it,
but
Doc.
no, the pot is beautiful, and the weight. I wish someone could just carry it and weigh it, and then you know the difference between the spot and that conventional pot in the market. I'm telling you that
Yes.
even the quality, yeah. Go
Sorry,
ahead, please.
and lest I forget, I remember a friend of mine when she wanted to join, I told her, okay, she should get the pot. She wanted to come in as a VIP. So when I took the pot to her, she was like, oh no, it's not my spec, that it's not her spec, that she would rather buy a non-stick pan. And I said, we're so used to a particular thing in Nigeria. People feel it has to be black for it to be a non-stick pan. No,
Yes.
this works like a non-stick pan. Have you ever fried eggs in this pot? Like when you stir fry your veggies, oh my God. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, because if it's not nice, I will just keep quiet. I will skip this particular review. For me to get another pot. But my husband asked me, this pot you're buying 70 something thousand, don't you think it will get you how many sets of pots? I said, you don't understand. I said, you don't get it. But I said, but now that you're enjoying the meals and you said, oh, this is my Edikain Kong and this is my Afang soup, it looks very different, it tastes very different. You don't know what is happening now. The hand did not change, it's the pot that changed.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing thanks for unboxing that pot for us to see. It's an amazing product. So we're going to look at I'm going to just ask you all the questions in the cup, and then you can just quickly respond because time is going. Can children take water from the cup? So just a yes or no.
Okay,
Can children take water from the cup?
Well, I actually give my children water from the cup, and I think yes, from I think a certain age, you can give children water from the cup. But then again, if your child is not feeling well and you need fast healing, just give your child water from the cup. My son used to be asthmatic. I love saying used to be because I know he's going to outgrow it. At some point, he stopped having the attacks. So I even stopped having the Ventolin or the Sabutanol at home. But sometime last year, all of a sudden, towards December, and December is usually the dusty period. So most times they can't just help it. You just realize that the boy is wheezing. He's just breathing fast, and So I did not have the inhaler at home because it had been a while. I think he did not have an attack for like 2 years. Thankfully, I had this, and I had the mouth freshener. This was what I used to help him with his asthmatic attack. Like, it was almost an instant feeling. So I was like, let me watch him. By the next day, if he's still feeling that way, I'll take him to the hospital for them to nebulize him. But guess what? He was fine. And even during this COVID lockdown, because I did not want to go to the hospital, when he had those small wheezing episodes, this is what I used for him. And he's 10 years old. So last year he was 9. So I used this for my child. And from the testimonies we've heard, people have been using it for their kids, especially whenever they feel sick. I don't give them every day though, but I try to make sure that they take from it once in a while to just flush out all the wahala, all the toxins that may be in their body.
Yeah, I agree. You don't have to give them every day, but they can take from the cup. Just make sure you just give them once in a while to cleanse them. And if they are ill, you can give them as a first aid. Okay, so Alex is asking, with the cup, do I need to be boiling or filter my water before using the cup? Absolutely
No,
not.
not at all. Not at all. Remember, I used tap water actually. I used tap water to demonstrate how the cup converts water. So you do not need to convert, you don't need to filter or boil your water. There is no need. Just use your cup and you're good to go. So like Ansa even said, you can even if you do not have the cup for now and you have the pot, you can simply boil your water and put in your small bottles and just put it in your fridge. I think that's even good enough.
Yeah. So Olga Boniface says, I have actually used the Alkaline Cup. It's very good. It reduces alcohol in the system. That's for those who drink alcohol. It's a must-have. So yes, thank you very much. Someone is asking, please, how many months did I need to reactivate the cup? I'll quickly answer that. Reactivation should happen every 3 months. You can ask in the chat room and you can get the instructions. There's a write-up I did on how to manage the cup, how to reactivate and all of that. Ask in any of the chat room, that write-up can be spread. It's really going around already. Do I have to always shake the water in the pie cup before drinking? Absolutely not. It is become a force of habit for us because sometimes you just put the water, you shake it to actually activate faster. But you can just put the water and leave it, come back and drink from it without shaking it. But if it's not been in the cup for a long time, say 10, 15 minutes, and also depends on the level of acidity of the water you put in the cup. Some very acidic water can take as much as 30 to 40 minutes to get activated. So to make it faster, you just shake it. So it's not important. The pot is good, but the price is the problem. Not everybody can afford it. Answer. Answer, are you here? The pot is good, but the price is the problem. Okay, it's like she's not hearing me. The pot is good, but the price is the problem. Not everyone.
I can hear you.
Okay, can you help us with this comment? The pot is good, but the price is the problem. Not everyone can afford it.
I will say what I always say. What is your cost for good health? What is your price you're willing to pay to be in good health? Would you rather spend money at the hospital every other month, every other week, or you would rather do the right thing the one time? That's the question I'm asking back to you. You know, sometimes we call it a penny wise, naira foolish, if you permit me to use the term, because when you look at something that is in the long term beneficial to you.
Oh no, I think her network just decided to act up as always. Oh my goodness, sorry, Answer. Okay, so literally what she was just trying to say is that the money you're going to use to buy, okay, she's back. Answer, go ahead. I can see you. Go ahead and mute yourself and continue. Unmute, unmute.
In the long run, when you consider that I'm having this product one time, one-off payment, and I'm using it, I'm actually using it for life. You're not going back to do so, you know, but imagine you going to get some people that must visit the hospital every single week. If they don't clock in, they are not happy. So can you then calculate for me how much you would have spent in a month from doctor's visitation if only you had overlooked? Because I don't think, you know, when people talk about pricing, I mean, for me, it's maybe
it's value.
It depends on how much you value yourself for.
Yes,
really.
it's value.
Yes, it's value.
I'm going to quickly say this. I bought my very first pot, like I said, 2014 from November. I started using it early 2015. I think sometime in February 2015, I started using the pot. Now it's 5 years. And the other day, I wish I remembered I would have brought the video. The other day, I brought out all my 6 pots and I couldn't identify which one was the first one I bought. No kidding. I did a video I'm going to share. I brought out my 6 pots and I couldn't identify which was the first one I bought in 2014. Now that's durability for me, because that means for the next 10, 15 years, my pots are going nowhere. Now I know how many pots I bought between 2011, when I started my home, and 2013. I know how many normal conventional pots I bought. But imagine that in that 2015, and I mean, all of those pots, they went bad. The anodization, you know, those black things, they call anodization. The black things were just peeling and peeling and peeling, and I was just trashing it, because once it peels, it becomes poisonous, and people don't know that. Once it peels, it becomes poisonous. It means it starts leaching the poisonous coating into your food, and it also leaches the poisonous aluminum under it into your food, and that is worse. So what do I do? Because I know about that from my own training, orientation background. I don't keep the pot once it has a scratch. I don't keep it. I have to get rid of it and get another one. So this pot to me is peace of mind. This pot to me is value, because I don't have to bother about always checking, has it scratched? I don't want to get poisoned. I don't want to get sick from these things. Aluminium leaching into food, and even that black coating on food, has been linked to several diseases, several. So which would you rather choose? A future of health or a future of risk? Really, that's what I always say. Elito Eleko says, my husband is AA He used to visit the hospital for malaria treatment twice in a month. But as I'm talking now, he hasn't visited the hospital for 11 months. Thanks for sharing. UJ Dots shares, I have a testimony too on the pie cup I would like to share. Okay, UJ Dots, please raise your hands and I'll unmute you shortly. Okay.
Okay, Doc, sorry, I forgot to add something.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me finish reading this and you
Okay.
speak and then I'll unmute you, Jay. Zini says, Pie Cup helped me with serious heartburns yesterday evening in less than 20 minutes. Yeah, I can see Longreach and packaging, beautiful port, Longreach or Longreach. Doctor, I logged in late. How do I use my Pie Cup? Please check ask in the chat room, please. We can't explain that here. Yes, the mouth spray helped my asthmatic son also, who hasn't had an episode in a while. Can I use bottled water or dispenser water in the pie cup? Yes, you can. Patient says, my uncle gave my dad the cup long time ago and was about throwing it away because we didn't know how to use it. Yes, I've seen a lot of people doing that. I've actually seen a lot of people throwing away, trying to say they've had the pie cup, they don't know what it is, and it's just been on their table. They don't actually understand. Okioma says, good personal experience using the cup to manage and autoimmune disease. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Okioma. Techno says, I like the pot, but Longreach should make the big size that can contain enough. Thank you, thank you. I've asked them the same question. We need the big size too. On Facebook, there are some comments. I want to read the comments on Facebook as well, please, before we continue. Onye Ebede says, that's how I unboxed mine too. Uchenna says, this pot is too fine, Biko. Onye says, oh, dropping the lid on top is so awesome. Didn't think about it like that. Esther says, I'm also asthmatic. I used the mouth freshener and I was fine. I'm yet to get the cup, saving towards it. Okay, Esther, I hope you get that. Onye Ebede again says, I saw the video of all your pots. Dr. ID, you made me fall in love with the pots. Then I bought 3 alkaline pots. The benefit of healthy lifestyle is worth it. Yes, yes, yes. Honestly, guys, the benefit of that pot. So I did a detailed explanation on the Longreach pipe, on Longreach pot. So I will find that video and I will share it on our YouTube link. This episode too is going to be shared on our YouTube page as well, our YouTube channel rather. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Wahala. Wahala for who never subscribed to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe so you can get good content, good information, and learn. I'm going to be dropping the link now in the comments here on Zoom. Subscribe and get information. Tomorrow I'll be uploading the 2 videos, the video of the pot, the scientific explanation of the pot, and then this video of today. All right, so Mrs. Murphy, over to you. After that, I'll unmute UJ Dots and Okioma, and then we can close for the day. Over to you.
Okay, so please, I forgot to add that please do not wash your cup with soap and sponge. Please, it is very important you do not do that. I remember when I just got a new help, I left my cup in the kitchen and my auntie was about to wash. If you see the way I screamed, she said, Auntie, what? I had to scream. I said, no, 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 no. You know, and then another thing we need to know is that please do not drink water from the pie cup 30 minutes before taking your medication and 30 minutes after. Like, just use regular water. Why? Because we know that the cup already neutralizes the effect of neutralizes the acidic effect in our body and makes it alkaline. So by the time you drink your medication, it loses its potency. The drug actually loses its effect. So please just use your normal water. Drink water with your medication. Then afterwards, you can just enjoy your pie cup. So I forgot to add that. Thank you, Doc.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. What are we supposed to use in washing the pie cup? You use vinegar, just vinegar. The pie cup is like a natural stone. It self-cleanses. The filter self-cleanses. The vinegar in the pie cup is stainless steel, so it cannot trap all that dirt. By the way, stainless steel is quite good. And then, of course, the filters are self-cleansing. And to cleanse it further, you use vinegar to reactivate after every 3 months. Like I said, ask in your chat room for the write-up. The write-up is there. All right, so UJ Dots, I will unmute you first, and then we will go to Okioma. UJ Dots, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Uju Uti. Okay, so the testimony is actually on my son, my last son. So there was a particular time he had indigestion and it was late at night. And then it was making him so restless. He couldn't sleep. He was running temperature as well. So at that time, I didn't know what to do. It was too late to go out to look for to go to any pharmacy to look for medication for him. So at that point, I didn't know exactly what to do. So I remembered I had my pie cup. So all I did was put water in the pie cup. And then after shaking it for some time, then I gave him to drink. After drinking, not long after drinking it, he belched. It was so loud. After belching, the next thing he said he wanted to use the toilet. So he went to use the toilet after pooping, which was smelly. After after he finished pooping, the next thing he came back and he laid back to sleep. The next minute he slept off, and after some time his temperature came down. And the next day he woke up and he was very okay and was running around. So I recommend the pie cup for every home. Every home should have it because anything can happen at any time. If you have a pie cup, you'll be able to avoid a whole lot of troubles. So that's my testimony. Thanks for the opportunity to share it.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, that is actually relatable as well. I think I also remember such an episode happening in my home. Thank you so much, Uju, for sharing. Dora also says something here in the comment. I was warming my stew and forgot it to go to church. I came back, everything in the pot burned. There was no smoke, and immediately I put spoon, everything removed and cleaned. If it is ordinary pot, the house will have burnt down. Thank you so much, Dora, for sharing this. And yes, you are so right. It happens a lot. Okay, Okioma, are you ready to speak now? I'll just unmute you so you can share your own experience as well.
Okay. Oh, wow. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm so excited to be here this evening. I have two testimonies, very personal, and these ones entered me permanently to Long Beach product. The first is the mouth spray. Okay, at the time, my daughter was my last child was like 3 years old, and she had inflamed adenoids, and we had been in to see doctors several times. You know, every once in a while she would have high fever and all those kind of things. She was always throwing up because she couldn't. They explained that because the adenoids were inflamed, she wasn't breathing well. So if she got into eating her food, somewhere along the line, she would start to get asphyxiated, and the reflex would be to regurgitate the food. So every mealtime was terrible. To schedule her for a surgery. I asked them to schedule it for a time when her daddy would be in town. He had been out of the country for a while then. So we had like 10 days before the surgery. And I was there managing her. Her breath was stinking. Oh, wow. My daughter's breath will peel your face. So you wash her mouth how many times in a day? Excuse me. But you see what? It will still stink. And then she will eat and she will throw up. She was malnourished. Her hair was dirty brown. That's how malnourished she was. And it wasn't because we couldn't feed her, but she couldn't just take down anything, you know. So, anyways, we got home that day after seeing the ENT surgeon, scheduling the surgery and all that. And I just had a eureka moment, like, Okoma, try this mouth freshener. Now you hear all sorts of things about the mouth freshener. So that day I started to spray it in the back of her throat. As I open wide, that she would say, no, mommy, no, mommy. And I would beg her to agree. I would spray it right down the throat. And then I got a second one, and I took it to her daycare, and then I gave it to her teacher. I said she was to spray it in my daughter's mouth every hour until pick up. And then when I'll pick her up, I'll continue the spraying because I didn't see any indication that there could be an overdose. I said, God punish the devil and this thing. My daughter is not going under any knife. You know, we did all that. And then suddenly it just occurred to me 3 days down the line that I couldn't smell anything out of her mouth. By the 5th day, she was eating, and she has not stopped eating since then. We didn't have to go through the surgery. Cheesy's appetite is bigger than mine, you know. A child who you offer cereal for breakfast and she says, no, I want to eat apple. That's how she eats.
Like
Oh my God.
she has a ravenous appetite, and the whole thing cleared. No bad breath, no surgery, no inflammations, nothing, no fevers anymore. Right? And that was in less than 1 week. Less than 1 week. Yeah.
Wow.
That's that one. Then the second testimony is on the pie cup. I know I've written it in the chat, but I'm going to say it personally so somebody could benefit from it. See, about 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. This is the first time I'm really sharing it like this so publicly. It was responsible for the loss of at least, no, not go that way. We lost a lot of children because of the autoimmune. Initially, we're thinking cervical incompetence because my babies will get to 15, 16 weeks, boom, they'll just drop like that. They couldn't determine all that. It took almost 2 years for them to finally diagnose that, okay, this is an autoimmune disease. And then for me to see the specialist, at the time they said there were only 6 of them in Nigeria. It was a rheumatologist I was supposed to be seeing. So it took another like 8 months to schedule a visit with another rheumatologist. And I just kept on going. Pains, inflammation, immobility sometimes. At a time, I had to be supported, you know. I couldn't take stairs. I had to be fed. My husband had to do some cleaning for me every once in a while, stuff like that. My mom and dad, they don't even know this. Anyways, when I got into Longreach, I had this downline in Onisha, Mrs. Mbagu. After using the pie cup for about 2 months, she said to me that, oh, she's coming off her meds. I'm like, please, 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 I don't have hand in that one, no, please. What do you mean coming off your meds? And she says, she had some health issues and she had been using the cup and she had seen like a reversal, you know. I encouraged her to get back to her doctor, check it out and all that. But then a month after, I had a conversation with myself and I said, come, it won't hurt you to try this thing. I had the cups. I'm a stockist, but I wasn't using it, because for me it was too magical. Drink the water and what will happen? I just laugh. So, anyways, I activated a cup and I started using it religiously. And you see, within 2 weeks, I started doing things I couldn't do before. Now my energy level had been on the floor, so that even to study, if I took a book, I would soon get exhausted in a few minutes. I couldn't do stairs without support. I had to lie down very, very often. I just find somewhere to slouch, just rest, because I was always tired. Fatigue was my lifestyle. But then as I started using the cup, after like 2 weeks, I suddenly realized that, come on, I will do up a schedule for my day and I will get through it. And then I started actively getting around my day. I wasn't driving myself for a long time. My husband bought a car even in that state. It was like an act of faith. He bought me a car.
Wow.
And I was laughing then. I was upstairs looking at the car and I was just thinking in my mind, how am I going to drive it? But you see, after I started using the cup, 2 weeks, I noticed I didn't stop taking my meds. Yeah. But I knew that I had been taking those meds for a long time and I have not had that kind of result. So at the point I pulled the drugs, I stopped. And I noticed I wasn't experiencing a relapse, and all that. But in any case, after I had experimented like that, I had a chat with my rheumatologist and we agreed, okay, I should stay on my meds. But I can recommend without a second thought the cup to anyone for any issues. Was my blood pressure, was my joints, fatigue, my vision, lots of lots of things are messed up. But I can tell you that, look, I own my days more than I did before now. I own my time. I can determine that I will get my work done and it will be done. Every once in a while, yes, maybe I have a relapse, or not a relapse, a flare, but I still get out of it. Not like before when I had to be at the hospital and all that. So
Yeah, that's my personal testimony. The cup is a good thing to have for yourself personally, for every member of your household. It's a great thing to gift somebody. And when you gift them, don't just give to them like that. Tell them how to use it and what it can do for them. Thank you, everybody, for
Wow.
listening. Please
Wow.
tell
Wow.
somebody who needs it.
Thank you so much for sharing. That is a very great testimony. Thank you so much. And yes, I will shout all through the rooftop. I've actually never heard PICOP for autoimmune diseases. In fact, whenever someone comes to me for autoimmune disease, I say, please find a very good hospital and go to, because I've always been very afraid. But with your testimony now, I have confidence that, okay, they need to just see a specialist and then they'll continue with their PICOP water. Thanks for sharing, okay, Ma, and thank you for that good testimony about your son as well. Thank you, your daughter rather. Thank you so much for that. Okay, we appreciate. Thank you. So, all right, we're going to wrap up now. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined us. I believe you've gotten one value or the other. I believe you have learned something, and you can go to tell someone to say, "Come, you need this product for this purpose." And if you come across someone who is going through any of the challenges we've mentioned, you can recommend the products that we've used, because we are sure that it can actually go a long way, especially as a first aid. So we're going to be wrapping up now, and I'll call up Mrs. Murphy and Answer one more time just to give us the final thoughts. And Answer, you could just wrap it up and tell our guests who will want to hear about the business. So why are we just talking about products? I thought there was a business in here as well. So what is it about? Answer, over to you, please.
Okay, so when we started this session, I did a little estimate. I did a little costing. I'm not with that piece of paper now, if you remember, Dr. ID, where I talked about what you've spent from when you came of age and you started buying your things, how much you've spent, and without getting anything in return. What's this platform, the Long Reach platform? What does it mean to me? The Long Reach platform, first of all, came to me as a surprise because I did not understand. I did not get to hear what the business was all about from anybody, from anywhere, until I had a need that was resolved just from using this product. And I have since long loved the platform because it has enabled me to grow in so many other ways. Now, how many products do you buy around your home? How many things do you get around your home that after you pay for it, you get paid? After you've spent money, you get paid for spending money. How ridiculous is that? What is this business? Business is just a cushion. I'll call it a cushion to your everyday living. You go to a supermarket, you buy products, and you leave. And then next time you want products, you come back, you buy products, and a security man greets you. The next time you come, you buy products, and somebody recognizes you've come in the third time. When you come to the Long Reach supermarket to buy products, somebody acknowledges that because you used your code to buy a product. I mean, that you have to have bought some products, you get a code generated for you, and then that is your lifetime access to get products that will pay you. How does it pay you? When you've bought products, you get a point attached to each product, and this grows and grows and grows. The points do not flush, the points do not go anywhere. If you're tired and you want to take a break, yes, we do all get tired of a business or the other, and you may decide to take a break. And the day you decide to come back to that business, it's there waiting for you. Nothing is deducted, nothing is flushed away, nothing is cleaned away. And then you're collecting products that are helping you on every level, every sphere of life, from the father to the mother to the children, everybody involved in your life, family, friends, enemies, anybody. You have products for everybody. And then the company is saying, buy these products, use them, share them, give people, talk about your products, okay? And we will reward you for buying the products. For each point you make, we are going to give you something in value. People have started this business with next to nothing, 10,000 naira, with almost a zero balance, and they have grown because they only do what? They talk to their friends and family about the benefits they are getting from these products. Now, I'm trying to break it down as simply as possible for people who are not even in the business. You buy a product, you get value for your product, it does not end there. The company is thanking you for buying the product by paying you back because you have spoken to somebody else about it. We have people whose children have gone out to school just because the company is paying them. We have people who have built a lot of who have built homes for themselves and for others just because the company is paying them, just because they are using products. So when you look at the fact that you go to a supermarket and a Longreach supermarket, and just because you've bought a product, just because you've looked around your home and every single thing that you need, almost everything you need in your home, you can get in your supermarket. The company says to you, thank you for buying these products. Let us build you. That is basically what it is. Apart from the, there's going to be like background work to be done, but this is the basics for it. And why would you want to start this business anyway? What do you have to lose? Some people say, oh, I do not know how to talk to people. I don't know how to. Guess what? Every single day you're referring somebody to something. I posted yesterday that I just made my hair, and the number of people that came to me, where did you make your hair? How did you make it? Who made it for you? I've just referred. I was like, Kai, PV has just gone because nobody is paying me for talking to people about that. But so you say, oh, I don't know how to talk to people. Oh, actually, you see, but guess what? You talk to people every single day. Oh, your skin looks good. Oh, thank you. Are you so? You just referred somebody somewhere. So why not make money while you tell people go and get this thing, so go and get this product? That is basically it. Apart from the self-development on this platform, we have people that never knew how to stand and talk to people, and now facing a crowd is nothing. We have people with real health challenges that have switched to using our products. I'm a testimony. That is everything head to toe about me. When I talk about my Longreach testimonies, there is nowhere I'm going to get the benefits of what I'm getting now in Longreach. Then I'm talking about the trips. We all love to travel. We all love people that travel. We love stories. We love beauty around us. This is a company that rewards you. Travels. You travel on their bill. You travel on their. If you don't even want to go, if you're tired of traveling and you don't want to go, you can tell somebody to go for you. I think Dr. Ide, right? You can give that gift to somebody and say, okay, I'm done traveling for this year. You go on my behalf. You will go, all expense, tickets, hotel, feeding, everything, tourism. And if you don't want to go, the company pays you your full money for that trip that you do not want to go into your account. No grammar. A very transparent. For me, I feel that the company is transparent enough. So you're dealing with a reputable company. It's an international company. It deals with international brands. It is a name that's not going anywhere. We have our factory coming up in the free trade zone, Lekki. We have something here in Nigeria that by next year, I am super duper excited about what is coming. So you may consider that after all, everybody's doing network marketing. This one will go. I tell you that there's a sentence my husband made. He said to me when I started buying one of the products, he said, take this money. I need you to charter it because tomorrow now, Chinese company will run and leave us alone. It has been going to 3 years now, and that company is still here. We have people who are still here. It's not going anywhere. So I could talk on and on, but you have to have your own conviction and your personal. And so that is why you have to listen to people that are in the business that are making a head of it. And do not think that this business is simple. It is not easy. You will tell me if you wake up in the morning and you cross your leg, or you go to your office and go to a corner and you're drinking coffee and reading your newspaper, and your bosses are passing you every day. And you tell me when it is time for promotion, if you will get a promotion just because you're doing nothing. Or for us business owners, you tell me that you wake up in the morning and you decide not to go to your business premises, whether business will come to you. So the same thing, the company avails you the opportunity. Whatever you put in it, you get out of it, and even some more, the grace to carry other people around. So this is something you have to decide that you want to do. Find your reason for being in this business and stick to it. And just draw the strength from everybody's testimonies. Be aware of what is going on in the industry, and you will know that we have a very good platform to ride with. I've put in as much rambling and tumbling around because talking about this business in maybe 10 minutes is not an easy thing, But I'm just hoping that somebody picks a snippet from something I've said and holds true to it. So you say that somebody waters or somebody plants, another person waters, and yet another person sows. But please, I tell you that in this new year, as you're about to start a new year, think seriously and carefully about where you want to sow, where you want to plan, because we are all working very intentionally in this business. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Ansa. Well appreciated. Mrs. Murphy, over to you.
Okay, so I would like to talk about the products. You know, like I mentioned about how my son in December had an asthmatic attack and how sometime this year again he had an asthmatic attack. And I talked about just one pie cup. And this is the same pie cup I used in December, I used in sometime in July or thereabout. My point is, our products are not things you gamble about, right? If I had nothing at home, I would have rushed to the hospital, no matter the time, to make sure that my son was fine. And I would have spent money on consultation, because you don't just go to the hospital and then they give you drugs. Even if they know what is wrong with you, you first of all pay for consultation, then you would pay for the nebulization and all that, and they must give you drugs. There is no way you go to the hospital, they will not give you drugs. They will give you drugs. So I would have paid money on several occasions. I'm not saying we should not go to the hospital, but my point is, how much value do you place on our products? We know the products work, right? How much value do you place on them? I know people, I have friends that will tell me they are saving for an ashwabi of 30 something thousand naira. They don't have money. The salary is probably 25,000 naira or 30,000 naira, and you're saving for an ashwabi. You're actually doing a job in Yoruba land, or contribution. You're putting money down every month from your salary just to go and show off in a party.
Mrs. Murphy, the
That
village
and
people
all
don't.
that, and then because that again to post on Instagram again. I don't know if you get me. My point is, many times we place priorities on the wrong things. For me, even when I was getting married, I did not do ashrebi because I did not want to owe anybody an ashrebi. I can only do an ashrebi when I want to, when I have the resources to, not under pressure. So I cannot see why. I know this thing works. As soon as I knew what the pie cup could do, I bought two. One for my mom, one for my mom, one for my dad. And why did I do that? I did that because I wanted to reduce the regular hospital visits. At that age, once they're 60 and above, it's always something. I just had to reduce it. I was telling Dr. Ivy on Sunday how my mom's pressures went up, and in fact, I did not have a high BP machine at home. I put my watch on her wrist. I used it to check her heartbeat. I noticed that it was irregular. It was above normal. I just said, okay, mommy, let's give you the berry oil because I know it will calm your nerves, and I know it works. It works on low pressures and high pressures. Then please drink water from your pie cup. I sat down with her and I did that. I said, okay, it's 9:30. By 10:30, I'll come and check back on you. And by 10:30, not kidding, I put my watch on her hand again, and her pressures were normal. Her pressures were normal. So imagine if I am doing I like using the Yoruba terms because their terms are funny. Alaroro, like you're stingy. Imagine saying, oh, how can I buy a pie cup of this? I was taking her to the hospital. I would have driven her there, and I had an event that day. So my event would have first of all been cancelled. Because if you saw my pictures on Sunday, I was looking hot. I went to hang out. So first of all, my event would have been cancelled. I would have gone to the hospital. I would have spent some money. And they might even say, let's admit her. Let's just watch her, put her on observation. That will literally scatter my whole day and everybody's plan. My point is, please, if that one, instead of saving money for an ashrabi, stand out, go for a party looking hot in your own personal dress. You will even stand out. If it's husband you're looking for, that husband will see you because he'll be able to identify that there was a woman wearing a particular color of dress that was not the same with others, and they will identify you. Save your money, buy a pie cup. Give to your loved ones. Please. If the pot is too expensive, I will not force you to. Later on, you can be putting money small, small. But before the price may even go up, just if you have to borrow money, just borrow it and have one. Because I honestly need to buy one more. For now, I need to buy one more. Stock up on the cups. I'm a weight loss coach, and guess what? Whenever I have clients tell me, oh, they have ulcer, they have this, I recommend Longreach products. And guess what? So they paid me for consultation as a weight loss coach. They paid me for my plan, and then they are paying me for Longreach Pie Cup and Berry Oil. I'm getting PVs, and I'm getting paid again from Longreach because Longreach is going to pay me for buying those products. I can't see what else could be sweeter. Please let's place value on our product. For those of you that have tooth issues, you know how much you spend on a dental visit in the dentist office. You know how much you spend. So why not just buy the toothpaste? Yes, oh, I'm going to spend I could easily buy a 300 naira toothpaste and it will last for how long? Well, you still go to the hospital and spend money. Why don't you buy something that works for you? Oh, sanitary pad. God forbid, I cannot buy one sanitary pad 1,500 or a carton for 21,000 naira, a carton that will last for 18 months. Meanwhile, you're going to buy a sanitary pad that will make you uncomfortable, give you boil, make you very uncomfortable. You have to go and buy medication again that will help you take care of those issues that have happened. Or eventually, God forbid, if you're struggling to have children, and probably because WHO has said most gynecological issues are caused from the sanitary pad that we use, then because of how much you will now say, oh no, you want to use a cheaper sanitary towel, you end up going to the hospital or going to the toilet rather to change your sanitary towel 3 times in a day or 4 times in a day when you could have at least used one for the daytime, then have your bath and change because of sanitary reasons. So please, our products work. Let us drop that poverty mentality. You cannot be rich with a poverty mentality. I always say it. Before, I used to say houses in Banana Island are expensive. Now, all I can say is how I cannot afford houses in Banana Island for now. They're not expensive because there are people that have several houses there. And I hope to have a house there. So one day I will get there. But at this point in time, whatever will work well for my health, whatever will reduce my frequent hospital visits, especially now that we have coronavirus. In the hospital, once someone coughs near you, you're shouting blood of Jesus because you're not sure if it's coronavirus or something. So please place value on our product, use the product, use for yourself. Don't just hear from Mrs. Murphy. For me, before, in fact, when the Artemisinin series came out, I bought all the series. I bought all of them. I used them. Then I told my story to my team because I did not want them to say, oh, okay, but you're saying it's expensive. The PVs are low. No, I bought them. I used them. And if you mention any product here, apart from the male product, I can tell you what they have done for me, how they work, and what they are doing. We should all be product users because it pays. And if you want people to switch their brand, you have to switch your brand completely. So thank you. God bless you. And I wish you can enjoy our products. You can see how me and Answer are shining. Like our global Dr. ID is hiding by one corner. But I think me and Answer and I have more light where we are. So you can see the glow. I'm even sweating. I'm sweating. There is no powder, but you can see our glow. And with less than 10,000 naira, you get the complete set to glow and be fine. So what else do I want? Thank you. If you leave me, I will keep on talking.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Murphy. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'm happy you've got value. All the people that attended. Sorry, we took you longer than normal. Just a few comments. I've seen 2 questions I want to quickly respond to. Esther is asking, can someone on IVF use the pie cup? Yes, you can. You can use the pie cup, but also get to speak with your gynecologist first. If you already have the IVF done, you may need to speak to your gynecologist just to be sure. But I don't see, well, speak to your gynecologist first because IBS is quite sensitive, so speak to your gynecologist. Then Someone says, can we wash our pots with soap and sponge since we can't do that with the Alkaline Cup? Yes, you can wash your pots normally, use it normally just like a normal pot, okay? So thank you so much, everyone. We've been honored to have you here, and we believe that you're going to go and tell someone what you heard today. Don't keep it to yourself. Share, share, and share. All right, so we'll see you on Saturday for our 5th episode. On Saturday, we're going to be talking about our supplements. We have so many good things to tell you about our supplements, so many experiences to share with you regarding our supplements on Saturday. So do not miss it. Saturday, same time, same Zoom ID, same Facebook handle, same password. We will see you on Saturday. Do enjoy your Friday, your night, your Thursday night. Enjoy your Friday. And I hope Christmas is smelling in the air wherever you are. Take care, guys, and have a fantastic night. You can unmute yourself now and say good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
See
Thank
you.
you all.
Good night.
Night.